Hi, my name is Kenyon. I'm going to show you the Eclipse viewer I've made. It's right here. This was just in between customers. It's nothing fancy. It's something anybody can do. It doesn't require any equipment besides a cardboard box, a pair of scissors, a little tape, maybe an X-Acto knife if you really want to get fancy. And I used a stapler as well, but that's not requisite. Okay, let's see what I got here. So, little backstory. I work at a bird feeder, gift, seed type store. You can see there. These boxes that I'm using come from the suet container right there, or the suet shelf. When those are empty, we get rid of the boxes, obviously, and I grabbed some before they were done away with here. So, this is the pinhole. The bigger the pinhole, the bigger the ultimate circle you're going to get on your viewing area down there. But the bigger the pinhole, the longer your piece in order to get it, in order for the lens action to happen. So you kind of have to experiment. I had originally used an X-Acto knife just to cut slits until I had the little square there through the corrugated cardboard. It made the circle, but it wasn't quite sharp, so I took an old toilet paper roll that we were going to toss, and I flattened it, and I used the X-Acto knife to cut a square hole. You can see the Scotch tape there. I made it a little too rectangular. As you can see, the hole does not have to be a circle. It just has to be, you do want it to try to be symmetrical though, and I was not symmetrical, which is why there's Scotch tape covering part of it. I have paper down there at the end. It's not cardboard. I cut the end off the box. And my hope is that not only will I be able to see the Eclipse myself on the paper here, but that there will be enough of a kind of rear screen projection action that I'll be able to use a GoPro or my phone or something like that and get images, hopefully a time-lapse from the backside, and watch it from the inside at the same time. I have some cardboard cross pieces here just to stabilize it because it was trying to spread and cause problems. The box or the viewer does not have to be entirely enclosed, just like the telescopes from antiquity that you might see in some pictures. The light doesn't care as long as the lens and the screen have some kind of a shadow light control relationship. And there's not a lot of reflected light being bounced up into the viewing area. So, I've even seen people, hang on, so along with the hole just being relatively symmetrical rather than strictly a circle, do keep in mind that there's a finite amount of light that comes through here and hits the screen. There is a relationship between the size of the hole and the minimum, what you might call focal length, I guess you could say, down to the paper down here, right there. If you extend beyond that, things should be in focus. We'll go outside and test it here in a little bit, see if I can get some practice images in. But because there's a finite amount of light coming through at the top there, the farther away you move it, the bigger your circle will be. You might get a circle that's this big at some point, but it's the same amount of light total, so there's less per unit area, and your image is going to be fainter. You could also use, I suppose, like a mailing tube. I've seen people use big, packing boxes for, bulk shipping of apples and things, where you can kind of, let me see if I can do it with one hand here. You would kind of hold the whole operation over your head. I don't know, it'd probably look pretty silly doing this, but hold it like this with the sun behind you, looking like that. You can do that as well. This I'm going to attach to a tripod so I can move it and have a camera attached to it and not have to hold it for 2 or 2.5 hours. So anyway, I'm going to take some test footage. I'll add that onto the end here. We'll see how it looks. Things should be pretty good. There's a FedEx next door to me, but really it's just basic school supply type stuff. As you can see here, it's boxes that are left over, more boxes for the strap, a staple, some packing tape. So anyway, let's head outside at some point here. Right now there's a big shipping truck out there, but at some point I'll get some practice footage. I'll put it on the end here. We'll see what it looks like. Alright, thank you much, and thanks for watching. I'll see you outside. So, outside, testing this against the gravel. Oh, you could see it. I took a picture.
Yeah, and
a second
now the cloud cover up, and here's...
And here it's coming back. You can actually see the clouds moving across the face of the disc there.
That is cool.
Which is kind of cool. So, anyway,
that will be fun.
The minimum focal length for that hole. And like I said, you want the edge of the hole to be as sharp as possible.
Yeah.
So the corrugated cardboard versus the toilet paper or a piece of paper is a good idea. Get it as symmetrical as possible. And then now there's a cloud, so my hope, I'll show you for that hole. And like I said, you want the edge of the hole to be as sharp as possible.
Yeah.
So the corrugated cardboard versus the toilet paper or a piece of paper is a good idea. Get it as symmetrical as possible. And then now there's a cloud, so my hope, I'll show you. Alright, today is Sunday. You might have seen this thing that I put together earlier in the week, and I'm here testing it. We're gonna see what happens. The Eclipse is tomorrow, about 22 hours from now. So let's see, I've got my paper down here. Can you see anything? I've also got a little miniature action camera set up. I've got a tripod for my cell phone there. Just got it taped to a tripod here basically. And we'll find a good spot to set it up, wherever that may be. Anyway, there's the image of the sun. Alright, we'll throw all this stuff in a computer. We'll see what happens. Should be a lot of fun.